Here's more wrestling news for October 27th, 2021. And your headlines for this afternoon include WWE's Greg Hamilton released after using WWE to threaten hip-hop artist online. Undrafted superstars finally get the rosters, who's going where? Kevin Owens teases leaving WWE in latest Cryptic tweet. Racist fan hits out at new Impact World Champion Moose during latest Impact taping. Don't leave your career behind. Rey Mysterio says his daughter Aalyah wants to get back in the ring, and more. We are starting off with Greg Hamilton, as the longtime announcer for WWE has reportedly been released. In a report from PW Insider, it suggested that Hamilton was released earlier this week, but the explanation behind his release isn't made clear. Several days ago, Hamilton removed all references to WWE on his social media and made his Twitter account private, and it's believed that his release was caused by his comments against popular rapper Westside Gunn. Gunn, a huge wrestling fan, recently sampled Hamilton's voice for a track, causing the 42-year-old announcer to berate the artist before threatening legal action. On Instagram, Hamilton continued, saying he'd increase the fee Gunn would have to pay from $20,000 to $30,000 and said it would increase with each passing day. Threatening to get WWE's lawyers involved, Hamilton later deleted these comments, and he certainly won't have WWE's legal team on his side should he go ahead with these threats. Signing with WWE in 2015, Hamilton worked for Fox, NBC, and CBS stations in California before stepping foot in the ring, and the announcer will have to find his next role out of Vince McMahon's company. In the most recent WWE draft, several superstars weren't picked by either Raw or SmackDown and were deemed free agents after the draft concluded. Names like Asuka, Bayley, Elias, and Brock Lesnar went unpicked, but now we have an idea where they and other big names are heading. In a report from PW Insider, they were able to see the internal rosters for WWE's free agents, with Asuka, Elias, and the Lucha House Party all heading to Raw. Brock Lesnar, despite his status as a free agent being openly discussed on TV, is listed internally as a SmackDown superstar, so we shouldn't expect many, if any, appearances by the Beast on Raw. Dakota Kai, who many expected to be called up, is still listed on NXT's roster, while Bayley, Eva Marie, and Lacey Evans have not been assigned to any brand. Shane Thorne, John Cena, and Shane McMahon have also all yet to be assigned a brand, as only time will tell which shows these names call home when they return to TV. Former NXT UK champion Walter wasn't called up during this year's main roster draft, despite the widespread belief that him losing the title was a sign he was coming to Raw or SmackDown. Walter hasn't competed since NXT TakeOver 36, where he lost the title to Aalyah Dragunov, but the Austrian will soon be getting back in the ring as part of the main roster. Next month, the SmackDown brand is set to tour the United Kingdom, and in local advertisements, Walter is being promoted for the shows on November 7th, 8th, and 9th. These shows will take place in Liverpool, Leeds, and Nottingham respectively, but his opponent hasn't been named for these shows. This doesn't necessarily mean Walter is getting called up, but it does mean that the company realizes what kind of draw he is in the United Kingdom. At Halloween Havoc, Walter's Imperium cohorts became the new NXT Tag Team Champions, but the Austrian powerhouse wasn't with them at the time. But it's only a matter of time before the former NXT UK champion steps back in the ring he considers sacred. For the past couple of months, Kevin Owens' contract has been a hot topic of discussion, as it's been unclear where the former Universal Champion will be this time next year. We know that Owens' contract will expire on January 1st, 2022, and the prizefighter is teased jumping to AEW and reuniting with his Mount Rushmore pals Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. On Twitter this week, Owens shared a cryptic post in which he thanked the fans for their support and kind words, and it certainly seemed like it was a goodbye to the crowd. Owens added that the day he stops giving his all in the ring is the day he walks away, and ended by calling Rey Mysterio the best. With his underwhelming booking on SmackDown as of late, it's not impossible to think that Owens is ready to walk away from WWE, something that AEW's executives would love to see. Both Nick and Matt Jackson have said that Owens has been a mentor to them in the past, and while we're confident WWE will make a play to keep him away from AEW, it'll ultimately be Owens' decision where he goes next. Over to Impact Wrestling, as at Bound for Glory, Moose became the new Impact World Champion, defeating Josh Alexander mere minutes after he dethroned Christian Cage. At a taping on Monday evening, Moose cut his first promo as champion, which saw him take shots at AEW, Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and The New Day, but one fan had a disgusting response. In a clip recorded at the taping, one fan can be heard calling Moose the N-word, but the identity of the person in attendance isn't known yet. Hopefully, Impact can find out and ban this person from attending their shows, as they don't deserve to watch live wrestling if they can't be civil. Impact has plenty of time to bleep out this racist slur, but it's disgusting that this word was used at all in the first place. Braun Strowman won't be feuding with the new Impact World Champion, as after months of rumors and reports, he didn't appear at Bound for Glory as initially expected. This means that the former Universal Champion remains a free agent after being released by WWE on June 2nd, but his next match has been confirmed. In a tweet, the Monster Among Men said he'd be at December 4th's Blizzard Brawl in Washika, Wisconsin, where he's advertised as the Titan Adam Scherr. Titan was the name many believed Strowman would be using upon his arriving in Impact, where he was also expected to be pushed to the top of the card immediately, and although he and Scott D'Amore couldn't reach an agreement when they met, Impact's loss is Great Lakes Championship Wrestling's gain. Last year, Aalyah Mysterio became a prominent part of WWE TV, as her relationship with Buddy Murphy put her at odds with her family. That storyline fizzled out and Murphy has since been released from the company, but there's always the chance Aalyah could get back in the ring. Speaking with TV Insider about his own career, Rey Mysterio said that his daughter has asked about what he thought about her becoming a wrestler. He said, "She asked me, 'Dad, what would you say if I wanted to step in the ring?' I said, 'As long as you don't leave your career behind.' She wants to join the medical field. As long as she does that and tries wrestling as a second option, I don't mind." This is the most sensible response Rey could have given, as a career as a professional wrestler could end with just one bad bump at a random show, and having a useful trade to fall back on is essential. Rey's other child, Dominic, has excelled since making his wrestling debut at SummerSlam 2020, and there's been rumors of a potential feud between father and son, which could be the catalyst that brings Aalyah Mysterio back to TV. And we're ending today with Kurt Angle, who many consider to be the greatest technical wrestler to ever lace up a pair of boots, but wrestling isn't the only way the Olympic gold medalist can entertain fans. In 2005, Angle feuded with Shawn Michaels, and on the road to their exceptional WrestleMania 21 match, parodied HBK in his theme with his own rendition, Sexy Kurt. Appearing on the Chris Jericho cruise, the Olympian once again showed off his musical chops, performing the song in front of Y2J and a pleased crowd. Released from WWE, Angle has said he won't sign with AEW as he feels too loyal to WWE, but that didn't stop the former world champion from giving a unique, bizarre performance this week on Jericho's cruise. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.